All right. Before I start, just a little bit. Just now, I think Ralph already introduced who my name is Chen Yap. Okay, just without further ado, how I'm going to organize today's training is basically for the first part is I'm going to just compare the differences in between TCPro and the TCProGlobal because I believe all of you here are actually the user of TCPro. And then what has been changed compared to TCPro and TCProGlobal, this is the main thing. And then the second half of the session, basically, I will actually open up for question. I think this is more important compared to I just keep on talking. I think Q&A session is more important compared to this purely just providing the topic. Okay, so let's start. This is TCPro. Okay, so for the main thing for TCPro and TCProGlobal differences, first thing, you do not need to worry about the name. The name TCProGlobal basically it's just an upgraded version of the current TCPro. Okay, with some of the enhancement, in which I will mention later. Basically, you just treat it as a version upgrade. Okay, most of the user experience, the way that you're submitting orders, the way that you monitor the orders, and even for all the approval or whatever thing it is, portfolio, everything, basically the user experience, 90%, it's still the same. Okay, so for now, I will just highlight those things that is I consider as a big change, which might be changing a little bit of the user experience from your side, and you're free to actually ask the question. Interrupt me anytime. Stop me anytime when you have a question as well. Okay. So now let me start. This is TCPro. Okay, from TCPro, the older version TCPro, it's all the distribution for TCPro basically it's a zip file. Okay, for this zip file, after you extract, it's just purely a folder with all these exe and files. Then normally you will just execute the executable file. Okay. Then the different for TCProGlobal 6.5 onwards. Okay, we are no longer distributing by using the zip file. It's a proper installer. Okay, it's when you execute this executable file, we actually bring up an installer. Okay. Okay. When you first see this one, I think it's okay. Just choose whether you want to install for everyone or install it for yourself. If the PC is actually for your own self, I think it should be okay. Just select the install for all users. Okay. And then you just go through the normal installer process and click next all the way to the end. Okay, the reason why we changed to this method is because one of the reason is actually enforcement from the pentester case of the cybersecurity concern. They are not allowed us to actually distributing the app by using just simply a zip file. Okay, so we should actually go through a proper installation and let the OS do some protection of the files to avoid certain security loophole. Okay, so for this one, you just need to click all the way next. If you do want to create a shortcut key, the shortcut icon in your desktop, you can just tick this one and go next. Okay, it will create an icon in your desktop so that it's a shortcut to your connection. After done installation, with this tick, when you click finish, it will straight away launch the TCProGlobal. So this is TCProGlobal, and this one is TCPro. Let's try to show the difference on this one. This is these are the two different. Okay, for TCProGlobal now change a little bit of the team. We support two different major teams. one is the light one, the other one is the dark one. Okay, so how why did this dark one? Originally, when we roll out this version, basically support only dark theme, but a lot of a lot of the user might are actually questioning why we only have the dark theme, because some of them are actually prefer to, to use the light theme. Originally, when we designed the dark theme, it's because people were actually staring at the monitor for long time. So that's why dark theme feel like it's more proper. But now, people, I mean, feedback to us that they do also want to have the light theme. So actually, we support both. Can you see the login screen basically still more or less the same. Okay, still able to remember your password, and then the activation process is still the same. I mean, if you are the first time user, you need to actually activate this. Okay, and the activation code will send to your email, and the email is actually tied to the let me check my code first. Your account. The email is actually tied to your account. You see just now the one that is sending to my email. So just do the same process for activation. And then you can log into the TCProGlobal. Server side. The first part that I'm going to share for the biggest changes that we made is the way that the application manage the layout. Okay, so for TCPro, one important thing is because this one is actually facing or targeting the more experienced user, in which normally all of the dealers or advisor or even the day trader, I mean, you guys are having more than
Chen Yap, I think you need to repeat the last 1 minute because cannot hear from you. Chen Yap, I think you muted.
hey, me. Hello, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Okay. All right. Okay. Please
Okay.
repeat.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So the major change for this TCProGlobal is actually to change the way that we manage the layout. Okay. For desktop version for TCProGlobal, it's especially important for this layout management because actually for this product it is facing the professional trader. I mean, be it the miser trade dealer or even the IT PTT. Okay. So normally you guys will be having more than one single monitor, two at least, and then three or four or something even more than that. So with multiple window that are able to drag into second window, second monitor, that is important. So for this people we're still adopting the same thing. You still be able to display all the widgets into multiple different monitors. The different thing is in the older TC Pro, the TC Pro basically the adopting design called NDI 4. I mean, this is some sort of the Microsoft own technology, okay, in which the you will see the subform, the sub windows actually dock into this main mother. Okay, so whenever you drag, it's actually you cannot drag outside of this mother window. Then the other thing, you still be able to actually show into the other window, I mean the other monitor. It's by double clicking here, and then it is become floating. Then you can move it to another window, okay, another monitor. So that is the way how it's building this layout management. And the other thing is wherever you are inside this parent window, you can organize your window by using this kind of alignment. Okay, but this is a very old way of how Windows handle this layout. So we changed a little bit of this design into something to have more freedom. Okay, so whenever you create a new window, it's straight away it's a floating window. You can drag this into any other monitor. Okay, so with each and every window by itself, it can be apparent, which now if let's say I try to bring up the other code screen, sometimes you might need to have two code screen because one of them showing one watch list, the other one showing the other watch list. So in this way, you can actually dock this guy into here. Then you can have this move around. You can move the whole thing into your second monitor. This will become your I mean, easier for you to actually organize your layout because the older one, you can only have all your windows parked under this main window, and then you can move this simply into one monitor. And then the rest of the windows that you open up, you need to organize this nicely, like I mean, like resize it and then organize it into a proper position. Sometimes when you change of monitor or something, it will cause the whole thing go haywire. Then it will actually need to realign again. Okay, so for this one, each and every window itself can be apparent for everybody else. So just now I will open up the full screen, and then I'll open a second full screen. Straight away, I can dock it into this parent window. Then I move this around. And then now, if you want to dock into the master window, the main window is also possible. Then it's the same thing. This one is the part that some of them might not be familiar with, but it's pretty simple. You just move around the window. The boxes will actually show. This is just, it will show all the heat. Okay, you just you want to dock it to the top, bottom, left, right, or the whole screen or something like that. Even we also with this one actually we also support something more, which sometimes we might have some screen that we frequently show, but some of the screen might not be seen so frequent. You can actually dock it in the middle. Okay, for example, now I make it page. Okay, so sorry, this one is the books account. This account is it's not supporting the not turn on the function for this one. By right, when you move around in the middle, there is a box which when you dock into the middle will create multiple tabs. Okay. Later, after I go through one round, I will go and subscribe from the server, and you will see this after subscribe from the feature subscribe, you're able to enjoy this function. Okay, but for now, I definitely skip this part. This part first. Okay. And then for this, so far for this dragging document, is there anything not clear? Okay, I'll assume. Okay, no, right? Okay, I just proceed. Okay, so for the older design, the other thing is when you right click on the code screen, you see there is a single click to all this link window. Okay, this one has got a limitation in which basically it can support only as many as those widgets that we listed here. So you can single click link to that. Okay, example, when I open up a tab, I open up a tab. So the thing so called okay, let me show here. Single click. I think you guys familiar with this one. Single click to tab. Then when you select, it will change accordingly. So this will link to the selected stock. But as I said, this one is something only limited to those we supported at that moment. Okay, if let's say you need to support more, we need to add more. So that is something of an limitation. Okay, so how we resolve this problem is we have each and every widgets, okay, they can build up relationship. You can build up the relationship between the windows by using this color grouping. Okay. Now I try to do the same thing. I bring up the market depth. Okay. You also have the market depth here. When you click, there's no change. And then when you right click, there is no more single click tool. This one is something you guys need to remember because I think you guys are already familiar with the single click to something else. Okay, but now you don't need to actually even care about that. You just need to build up the relationship. There are actually more than 10. I mean, about around 10 types you can pick them. So I choose group one. Group one. So whenever you change, basically you see the market depth is actually changing. Okay. So if you do want to have multiple, let's say you have multiple watches, you can have the first window here with one color, okay, the other one with the other color, and this you can actually set it to the group mix. This is multiple a rainbow color, which you have set each and every center. Okay, so from here the green color change, you also change. Blue color change, you also change. So this one especially important is because sometimes some of the widgets you might not want to open so many because again, even though you have multiple monitor, doesn't mean that you do have the sufficient monitor. I mean, even you have 2, 3, 4, end up you will still find yourself like still lack of the space for having all the widgets placed into the screen. So some of the widget you might not need to actually keep on creating a new one or creating multiple widgets all around. Okay, like this one, you just need to have a market depth here, and with different widgets linked to this single market depth, then any stock change here basically can change. Okay, not even this code screen linked to the okay, let's say I open up time series. Okay, now I do have this color. Okay, see the in the older platform, the TCPro, what we do is we only have the single click from code screen to the rest of the widgets. Now, since the relationship is no longer the code screen that trigger the changes, okay. So each and every widget that you build up with the relationship basically can change each other. Okay, now let's say this one I change the stock, right? When and whenever this stock is changed, basically for this market depth, you will also be able to change the stock. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this one, let me check now something over this relationship. Okay, so for this color grouping, any question, anything not understand? I need to open up the chat. If you guys do have anything that want to ask, you can share in the chat. Now I open up the chat. So okay, so so far so good, right? The next thing it's okay. Apart from this color grouping, okay, just now I mentioned you can just play around with the all sorts of relationship between the windows. Okay, and then I try to close this one. The next thing is from TC Pro, you see there are so many different buttons hanging around in the main window. Okay, this why we have this thing is because this is the shortcut or like even for this watch list bar, there's so many bar here. Okay, but what problem for this one is even though you have all this kind of shortcut buttons, but you can only operate when the window is actually docked into this master window. So example, now this is a watch list one. This one I have assigned this shortcut for the watch list two. When I execute this one, it will change this to watch list two. But if I undock this one to become floating because I want to bring this guy into the other monitor, So the changes here will not taking effect. Okay, you only affect it, only do a changes to this particular someone. No, I think someone need to mute.
Cannot see anything.
Wait. Hello. Uh, okay, so you see this shortcut is only affect. I mean, it will only change the window, the widgets that dock into this master window. The one that floating, you won't be able to change. Okay, so this one is a limitation because uh, it become not so effective if you need to actually dock everything into this master window, and the maximum you can achieve is with this master window only supporting one single monitor. So most of the time you might need to have all this window floating around. When this is floating, then this button is totally a useless button. Okay, so how we solve this problem is now each and every window here, each and every widget here, it's a standalone window. Okay, so for this window, if you do like to have still enjoying the same shortcut key, I mean the shortcut buttons, you can actually bring it up by this quick paste bar on the left. So this is actually attached to each and every quick screen, every watch list screen from here. You still have the same thing, the shortcut key, I mean the shortcut button for colleagues 1 to 9. Okay, so now for this version, now I do not have any watch list yet. So the way that you create a watch list is still the same thing. Create it as a new one, insert, drag, insert, then you can save it. That's the one. Okay, the same thing. Now I assign this button to watch list 1, and then I try to create some more. And I save this as second. Assign this button to the second. Okay. So when every time when I click, it will change. Click, it will change. Okay, the other enhancement for this one is the older button is you need to have 2 clicks. Which when you click on Q1, you will either select the Q execute, which means most of the time basically after assign, you just want to execute it. So this will take you 2 clicks in order to execute one change. Okay. So for the newer one, the button is actually separated. If you want to configure the button, you just need to click on the drop-down button at the next to it. Then this will allow you to actually do a changes assigned to some other watch list or something like that. Okay. But when you click on this button, you can execute straight away. So it's just one click away. One click to do the changes of the watches compared to the older one. Okay. So this is the changes for the watch list part. I would consider this as enhancement instead of changes, basically, because we study the problem we have for the TCPro, and then we try to overcome by using a newer design. Okay, so this is called quick list bar. Okay, if you feel like this bar is actually not necessary, then you can actually hide it. Okay, back to the normal window like this one, you can maximize the space for your stock information. Okay, watch this. Any question? If no, I will move on. Okay. The next one is you guys normally would use the shortcut key to bring up certain functionality. Okay, shortcut key like F6. I think you guys are quite familiar because this is you see when you have F6 for time and sales. You have F2 for the market depth. You have F1 for the tracker and many other shortcut key. But they are all hard-coded. Hard-coded means you do not have you cannot choose the shortcut key that actually more convenient. Okay, so you can only like always use the F6 for time sales. Okay, so the default shortcut key is still adopting the same set of the default set of shortcut key. Okay, time of sales is still F6, chart is still F5, F2, F1 are all the same. Okay, they are all still the same, but now have the freedom to actually adjust your own shortcuts. So some of them might not be, because a lot, especially some of them coming from the other platform, they are so used to some other kind of combination of the shortcut key. So they normally won't be able to adopt to this new system so fast, while they need to actually train in a split second. So this one is the phase for them to actually change the shortcut key they want. Okay, let's say for example, now this is I press the F6. I press the F6 and bring up this kind of source. And then if I change this one, time is source. Change this guy to say for example Control Shift F6. Just an example. Okay. And now if you press F6, it will bring up the time source. You need to press Control Shift F6 in order to bring up the time source. This is one of the other improvement that we do to allow a better user experience in which you can customize your own shortcut key. Okay, this is one thing. And the other thing is, if you guys are aware, okay, in this current TC, the TC Pro, okay, there is a search box here. There is a search box in which this is for you to actually search for soccer. Okay, but here you see there is none. Okay, here also none. Here also some of them yes still because you can still do the same thing. So we have tried to, for this 6.5 version, what we do is we do something different. And in any of the widgets that you viewing now, you just need to start typing. Like for example, now this is actually viewing this particular stock. What I do is I just straight away I type. Let's say I want to change to good. Okay, I do not need to click anything. Just start typing. Whenever you start typing, basically this searching window, a floating one, it will actually appear here, appear next to this. Okay, so enter. Be able to search for this stock. And enter. So you also the user experience is basically more or less the same, just that the search box is not always showing here. It's only whenever you want to change, then you start typing. Okay. Why we have this floating window is because this is not just purely for a stock search. It's a command. For this version, it's I think this also I would skip for this part. I come back until I do a subscription because these are all some of the advanced feature that can be subscribed from to enjoy this so-called keyboard command. Okay, so after I go through all these things, I will show you guys the tab docking, also this keyboard command. And for the shortcut key configuration, I think this one pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure the key that you set is not conflicting. It should be okay. Then you can, if let's say some of your key is actually conflicting with some other. Example, now if your chart is F5, you try to do your time series to change to F5. Okay, time series. Try to change to F5. The complaint actually conflicting with this chart. Okay, this dustbin, this button here actually for you to clear this chart, and then because you want to give way for your your time series to use this F5, so just clear this chart, and then you remove the shortcut key for chart, then this F5 will be able to use for yourself. Okay, then you are actually good to proceed with the F5 for this time sales. Okay, then you become F5 for this. And now if I press the F5, become time sales. Okay, so far, all right.
Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next thing that some of them might still want to, after we roll out this global, still have some feedback that people are asking, where is this go? This window cascade, windows tile horizontally, in which you can actually align the window. Let me open up somewhere. Like for example, I open the the this guy to it, then I can align this something like that. Okay, this is the old style. Okay, for the new one, we do not have such thing because no point equally divide all this window, something like this one, because it's after you align, you still need to adjust them manually because not all the window should occupy the same space, or you might need to still organize your layout manually. So look at this as just nice to have, but it's not something practical. So we do not have that. And then in order for you to actually organize your layout, one thing is just now the docking one. The other one is if you do not like to have every window dock to each other, you can still have your window actually move around and resize and put it side by side. Okay. Then the same thing, it's when you do the saving of the layout. Okay. This is still the same. Okay. The current the way that you do the layout saving is still the same. You go to file and to save to layout. Okay. You just specify a name for the layout. Okay, let's say what. So next time, now you close all. Can still open your layout with this one. Okay, everything is still open up like one previous mistake. Okay, so for this part, many of them actually asking a very important question is because currently they do already have uh, the layout that they organize nicely in the current. So how can they still be able to use back their layout? Okay, so this one I need to highlight from TCPro to TCProGlobal, can only, if let's say just now I mentioned about the so-called MTI, because it is everything is docked into this master window. If your layout is having all your widgets docking into master window, you can only get back around like 80%. All the window that you open, it will still be there. Just the position wise, it might not be following because you see here, this one, this two is actually starting from here. After you load this layout into TCProGlobal, these two windows will appear somewhere on top. Okay, I show you how. Okay, so now I try to save this whole layout as classic. Okay. Now from here, I close everything. I still be able to import, okay, the old settings from the TCPro. Okay, just now this one it's for here training and here. Okay, you just need to select the folder, the root folder will detect all the necessary configuration file that you can actually importing from there. Okay, I ignore this thing. No. I just import the layout with I transfer. Okay, done. Then when you go and open up this layout here, like just now, you have a classic and classic 2 here. Okay, you see this classic is actually looking classic 2 that I said previously is somewhere here. So when I import this one, when now I bring up the classic 2, right? Basically we see this market depth start floating on top here. Second one somewhere here. The third one will be somewhere here. Okay. Now let's try the classic. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So you see this this position, the window position. Because this one, it's you do I mean for this you do not able to actually fully follow the same position that you have in this dock today. Okay, but if let's say you previously your layout are all floating one, then able to have it like close to 100% position that we want. Okay, let's say I try to position it as well. Just now the first market depth is not turned on. This one I need to check. Basically maybe it's because of the saturation. Okay, now I try to close this one. When I something like this one. Now I try to save it as oh, this is also another problem for the older version. Because now you see all the window are actually floating. The uh the safe layout is not work. This one a lot of them actually complain the same thing. You need to have at least one window in the this parent window, then only the saving will work. Okay, this is also another problem that people actually complaining last time. That's why we also fix all this problem. Now let's say this save it as true. Okay, so now you have the classic tree. From here I close everything. I okay. So for this one, be able to open up the window that you need. Okay, the time of sales, the market depth, and also the called watch list. And then just now there is one here somewhere. Okay, so if the window the layout previously you organize everything as a floating window, yeah, as I said, to be able to get back close to 9% of the layout that is similar to what you've seen with TCPro. But your layout is actually organized into the master window. That will run a bit, you still need to adjust. But anyway, it's just one-time work. After you imported your layout from TCPro and the watch list from TCPro, be able to operate it as true. Okay. So the other thing is just now I'm only importing the layout. See now your watch list here, you only have 1 and 2. Okay, so here I try to save this guy as this is 2 also. I try to save this as another name. You also can do the same thing for the importing. Okay. This of course now this one is because I want to show step by step. That's why I select everything. If your first time import, basically you can just import everything that we showed here. Then you will have your option here for the watch history. Okay. So it's the same thing that you have for this one. Entry. Okay. So far, able to follow. Any question? If no, I can still move on. Because I think almost for want to ask on personal portfolio, other portfolio, the average percentage plus we should be available to access. Yeah, sure. Your average purchase price. Okay, now let me open up the portfolio. I think yeah, I think better you guys if you do have some urgent question you want to ask, maybe you can also ask in the group. I can skip to that one because I worry that we might not have sufficient time to go through each and every changes that we have made. This is the portfolio. the portfolio, it's still the same. Anything that you can get in TCPro, you can get in TCProGlobal as well. Okay, so here some of the column you might not be seen. In TCPro, you do not have the control to actually show hide the column. So for this one, you have the way. I mean, the new thing is you can actually decide some of the column that what are the column that you preferred or maybe you are considering on, because when you show too many columns here, you still need to scroll around. Okay, so you have the freedom to hide some of the columns to make it more compact. Okay, then your average purchase price is here. Am I answering your question? Rachel? Right. Then I move on to continue with just now the one. Okay, this portfolio. Okay, never mind. Since I come to portfolio, I just touch a little bit on portfolio so that I don't have to come back to this one. Basically, it's still the same. When you look at this one, basically they are all the same. The major thing is basically you can do your setup on the column so that you can save more space. Other than that, most of the functionality major one are still the same. The way that we calculate realized gain loss and realized gain loss. But because now you guys are going to support the foreign market. Okay. Because all the while you guys might be supporting only the local market. In which you will see all these stocks are majority are all MYR, the Malaysian rate. Okay, but now you see this one, the currency, all the portfolio with all different kind of currency. Okay. Inside here, each and every value here is calculated based on original currency. Let's say this HKD. The gain loss here 466 basically are all in HKD. Okay, but with different currency, how can we make a total gain loss here? I mean, how to calculate the total gain loss here with different currencies. So we will actually convert everything based on the currency table. One day we will get one time the currency conversion from this website, and every value here will be actually converted into the home currency, which means your Malaysia ringgit. Okay, so this total gain loss all the Hong Kong dollar, and then maybe you have USD and SGT or some other currency. Every value here will convert it into the home currency, which is Malaysia ringgit, and calculate for this gain loss here. Okay, so your summary at bottom here, it's actually all in MYR. And then if you want to have the detail for each and every holding, basically you just need to look at this one, the currency is different. And then all these value are still the same. Okay, I think that is the portfolio that I'm looking to focus on. I mean, the major thing is just to support the foreign market. For portfolio data migration, would average price still be available from TCPro? Okay, it doesn't matter because for TCPro or TCProGlobal, we are still connecting to the same set of data. So there is no such thing as the so-called migration. We are still connecting to the same server. So everything that you can see from TCPro, you can see it in TCProGlobal. No, TCProGlobal cannot run on Mac. Hong Chuan, just to answer your question, it is not able to run on Mac OS. So Rachel, okay, answer your question. Okay, so we close this one. Then back to the alignment window just now. Yeah, so you need to do it manually by arranging this one. But once the layout is saved, basically the position will always stick in. And you do not change your monitor, or you do not change your size of monitor or resolution, something like that. Okay, then we come to the order submission. Or maybe here I still stick a little bit on this code screen. Okay, in code screen, normally you guys have this template. I think if you guys did have different colors for for this control. We'll save some template here, so the template is still the same. Here I think I do not need to actually go to this one. But one thing different is you see this TCPro, you do have this top volume, top header in this design, but now this one is all grouped up to this small button. It's still the same thing. Okay. You can filter by, you can sort by top volume, top header, top user, and all this different kind of filtering, and also watching sound. It's still the same. And then one more thing that enhanced for this constraint is because some of them might show a lot of columns. Okay, you see the column setup for the O1. Okay, here you see we have so many different columns. The new one also the same thing. We have all the columns you can found from this older version. It can also be found here, but you have so many columns. But with all these columns, whenever you show more column, but your window only have, if let's say you turn off the so-called auto size, okay, no more auto size when you're sizing, you will stick with the original size. So you can have the freedom to adjust your size. So now if you do only have this big of the screen, so whenever you scroll, right, you won't be able to know which stop it is. This is the problem for the DC code. Okay, this is when you do sizing. Then when this one you scroll in older TC code, I forget this one we can't even scroll horizontal. Okay, so now this one will fix the problem. At the same time, we also fix one thing. Is actually you can fix this column. Now you see the card here is actually you stick this column, pin this column to the left whenever you scroll. Okay, you still be able to to have the stock code here. And this one, at least whenever you look at the prices, you can still know this row is belongs to which stock. Okay, so this one we call it the column freeze. It's something like your Excel as well. You can actually pin your column onto the left so that you always stick to the left. Okay. Then another thing is for full screen, you do have something like this allow drag rule. Okay, this one also I think some of them will question if let's say you used to this kind of drag rule, when you turn on the drag rule, in TCPro you can drag this guy around. Okay, change the position. Okay, for TCProGlobal we don't show this anymore. We don't show this anymore, but you still can drag. You still can drag. Just that we do some another more intuitive way in which you just need to hold down. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Just drag. Hold down a while. Drag. Okay. Here, say something. So the reason we take this out is because whenever you turn this on, right, one problem is some of them love to actually click here and there. Very fast, click here and there. It will sometimes accidentally actually drag this through and then change it to some other position. So with this in place, we have it 2-in-1. You do not need user to actually go and turn it on or off or something like that. You just need to hold down for a little bit longer so that you can drag. Then now if you click it fast, you won't be accidentally reposition the stock. You just need to hold it for a longer while and then you just drag. You will actually be able to change the position. Okay, so I think I'm done for the enhancement on this constraint. Any question? No, we move on to the other assumption type.
世界上最大的香蕉。
All right, thank you. Show the penalties. All the penalties go better. Okay. How easy or hard in terms of user experience to move from TCPro into Formula in 10 minutes? Whether this one, I think after this session, I think the user, the attendants here basically can give a comment because by right, 80% of the user experience still maintained. There is no changes in terms of just now I only highlighted a few things that we changing. Basically, the layout management is the biggest change. Other than that, only a little bit, I mean, some minor enhancement to make sure the user experience is better. Okay. And then to create more freedom for user to actually organize to better suit their own preference. This is the major direction for TCProGlobal. For order pad, okay, so if no question, then I can go into the order pad, like what Rob asked. Okay, so the same in your code screen. This is your code screen. You have multiple ways of bringing up the order pad. You have right click here, buy, sell, order tickets, and things like that. Okay, now I'll double click. Now let's say I double click this one. Sorry. You bring up the order pad. Okay, you see this order pad, some of them not so familiar with the color, okay, because the older, okay, you see, if you compare the new and the old one, basically, most of the things are not changing, okay. Even the position will still maintain because this one is somehow people already familiarized with this position, so we try not to change too anything on the order pad, because this one is the major tool for trader. Okay, so see, everything is still the same. There's no change in everything. The only thing change is you see the color. Okay, this color. But if you don't like this color, okay, you have the option basically. Actually, the reason why we provide this as an option because yeah, it's really some of them really uh, 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 worry that they might miss out, you know, whether this is a buy or sell. Even though we show the color, but they still do not like it. So what we do is we still allow the classic view for this order pad in which the whole background is in the green color, in which you feel like it is not so matched to the theme. But anyway, it helps the user to actually avoid mistake. Then we have to do that. So from here, the major change is basically just for this enable this the so-called split order. Okay, the TC Pro, the split order supported method is limited. We wait. Okay. The other one is the option we do here is a bit messy for TC Pro. We try to reorganize the option screen also. Okay, so for here you see the split order, we do only have the randomly and exactly. Okay, for this two randomly and exactly is how this split, it's when you split, let's say for example, you turn out the split order as well. Okay, now you have 1,000 sorry, it's or 1,000. Okay, so let's say you have 1,000 shares, 1,000 unit you want to buy, you want to split into two. So if you select exactly, it means you will actually divide into two, which is 500, 500 each. Okay. But if you select a random, basically, it will be like 20% plus minus. Okay. Meaning to say you can have 60 or 600, 400, or 450, 550, something like that. That is the so-called random. And then in TCProGlobal, added a few more splitting logic. Okay, so the plus minus 20% is the random one, like the usual one. Exact is the by usual one, and then the random nearest to is 5 or 10. This is actually rounded to. This is more practical for the if you trade by lot. Okay, if you trade by lot, let's say you some of them they don't want the order to go into the market like so. Canadians they call it LinkedIn, like the one share, one lot, lot or something like that. So if they want to actually, when I select 100 lots to buy, then split into 5, for example. So it will, even though I select the random, I don't want it to be so random until like you have 1, 2, 3 or something like that. So you always try to round it to the nearest 5 or 10. If let's say the remainder, there's no choice, the remainder maybe you still have like 2, 3 lots, then that one is fine. So the majority of the order sent out will actually round up to just 5 to 10 lots. Then by max is more important because this one is something that you can specify the max number of units that you want to control. If somehow you exceeded this, let's say you set to 100, you exceeded 100, basically it will start to help you to split. Okay, when you check this auto split. So this one will help you, like, you know, for Pusa, we do have like 500,000 shares as the limit. So you do not want to key one by one. If let's say you want to place order for 2 million shares, so you can just split it. Auto split it. You set this auto, basically you set 2 million, basically it will automatically help you to split and control it the maximum the number of units to 500,000. So you save you time. Instead of keying in 500,000 for 4 times, then you can just auto split into 4 orders. Okay. So other than this one, we do have the same thing. We have the basic order pad. We have many other order pad and order mini. Order mini is not subscribed. I think this is not included in the package as well. But anyway, these are the 2 options that most of the user using. It's still the same. In TCProGlobal, you still have the option to switch from the so-called full or the basic. Okay, basic is for somebody like they do not need to actually concern about the market depth, or since they want more or less simplified view, so they will go to the basic view. But with the full view, basically we support more things. Example, the more different order type, and also if let's say you are the dealer here, and you can do the cross order, the OMTM, American order, this only this full order ticket. I mean, this the coin and the ticket is actually a full view of the order type.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, because we are running short of time. So thank you very much for today. So after this, we will communicate with all our remisiers to give more information on how the rollout will be. Most probably, the IT will assist in the installation. Then I'm also certain that on rollout, there will be a question. So we will also set up some form of channel to help answer all the queries as best as we can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for now. And thank you everybody once again for joining. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.